Okay, welcome back to my new hobbies that might be helpful. I have a head cold going on, and the thinking process is difficult. This is the backside. Well, this is the middle of the property, not really the backside. I walked all the way to the back there. It's a nice little hike. We're probably going to put a deer feeder back there. Harvest one or two next year, hopefully. We'll show you how to, we're going to try a tan and a hide. That's going to be one of our projects. I'm not going to show you any hunting videos. I'm not going to show you any shooting videos. There's plenty of those. There's people way better at than me. And mine's trial and error. So I definitely don't want to show you something to do with guns, because trial and error. All right. Please be careful anytime you handle a firearm. Always treat them like they're loaded, and never point them in a direction unless you plan on shooting. Okay, this looks like where we're going to put the bees, right here. It's open, it's nice. They got room to fly. I don't see a water source, except for my swimming pool right there. There's a field, farmer, normally it's cotton. A little worried about herbicides. We'll see how they do. Well, it looks like we'll have plenty of pine tree pollen. Right there, in that part of the field, we're going to put a garden. We're going to have to get some hog fence it off. I'd like to get maybe a goat, maybe a cow. We're going to harvest the cow too. Well, I say that. If sweet pea gets attached to the cow, the deers, and anything else, well, I won't be harvesting anything. So, this looks like a good area. I'm really happy about this. Yeah, so what we'll do is, if we do harvest a deer, and by the way, hunting's not a bad thing. There's very few animals that will eat deer. Mountain lion, bear, wolves, coyotes, you know. And in a lot of areas, well, there's just not a lot of them. So you get an overpopulation of deer. And in farmland, when you have an overpopulation of deer, well, people just shoot them and let them go. You know, shoot them and drop them. And that's kind of a waste. It's just buzzard bait then. So I want to do my little part and help keep the population down. You don't want them to starve to death. So that's why some people hunt. It's not always about getting a trophy, a rack, a wall mount. Sometimes it's just about trying to keep the population down. Actually in check. All right, enough said about that. We're going to get some new chickens, because like I said, a stray dog got in the chickens and ate them. This ain't bad, guys. I like this. You see, we'll walk another 50 feet. You can't see that fence line back there, but you can probably see. Let me try zooming. You can probably see that little tinge of white through the trees. If we go back further than that, there's a fence way back there. There's a gap between the trees, and that's about where the property line ends. So we got room to do some experimenting, some hobby things. We're gonna have a good time. You guys stay tuned in. It's gonna be good. Let me get you back off Zoom. We're gonna do the bees, maybe a cow, maybe a goat, definitely chickens. Maybe put a little shooting range in here. We'll show you that, but we're not going to do any videos to do with firearms. We are going to test camping equipment and outdoor stuff. When I can afford to buy it, we'll test it. I don't have sponsors. Anyone want to sponsor me, you know, just shoot back the message. So we'll go with the cheap stuff. And my philosophy when you go camping, don't buy the cheap stuff. You might not have to buy the very top, but I'll show you why you don't want to buy the cheap stuff when we go to do this. I hate throwing my money away, but it might help one of you guys out there. And you might be like me, just a cheap old man, and this might help some of the younger people that might be watching not to be so cheap on certain things. A lot of you guys are real savvy on your products, and you know how to do your research, but a lot of times your research is just looking at reviews, and you got to be careful about that. You need to talk to people who own the equipment, and sometimes that can be tough. In other words, you got to follow the money. If the money's leading back to the company, that's just more advertisement, not really a product test. Yes. All right, here's the house. So we're about a third of the way in. Maybe we might even be about halfway. Yeah, this looks good. We're gonna get us a deer, but more so, we're gonna get back to doing our new hobbies. Look, no chickens, nothing. So we'll be getting them at the end of February. This is February 1st, 2nd. We got some trees over there. Got one neighbor over there. He's got some nice pasture set up. His is nice and green. He must be putting some seed down. Got another guy over there. His pasture's pretty green too. So you can see I got some catching up to do. Yes, indeed. All right, well, I just wanted to give you the outside view. So hopefully this is a little better than the view of the inside pot. That's a shout out to my brother, and he knows that now. And we're gonna have some fun up here, guys. All right, I'm gonna post this, and thank you again for tuning into my hobbies that might be helpful.